Todd Young Online presents Young Tales. Tales for the young and the young at heart. Today's story, Bulfinch's Mythology, King Arthur and His Knights, Episode 5. Sir Gawain and the Loathly Lady. Or the Hateful Hoochie, I guess. Oh. In the golden days of Camelot, when the Round Table was yet young, there lived among Arthur's knights one whose courtesy was sung across all lands. The wise and gracious Sir Gawain, nephew to the king and son of his sister Morgana. He was called Gawain the Courteous, for none equaled him in kindness to the weak, in reverence to women, and in loyalty to his lord. One morning, as Arthur held court in merry Carlisle, a lady came before him, her garments torn and her face pale with grief. "My liege, I crave a boon. Vengeance upon the vile knight who has taken my lands and holds my true love captive in his tower." "By my sword," Arthur said, "you shall have justice. Bring me my steed and Excalibur." Without delay, Arthur rode forth, bright in armor, his heart afire to right this lady's wrong. Oh, why? But when he reached the castle of the grim baron, strange power filled the air, for the fortress stood on enchanted ground where no man's courage could endure. Arthur felt his strength ebb, his sight dim. His hand fell limp upon the sword, and the baron mocked him from the walls. "You call yourself king? Yield! None cross my threshold and live." Threshold and live. But I will grant you life if you return within a year's time and bring me the answer to this. What is it that women most desire? Dang. Fail, and your lands and life are mine forever. Arthur bowed his head and swore upon his crown to return. Then he rode from that place heavy of heart, for he knew not what riddle could save him. All that year the king journeyed across the realm, asking rich and poor alike, "Tell me, what thing do women most desire?" "Money, money, money, money." What? I'm sorry. And many gave answers. Some said wealth, see? Some beauty, others laughter, flattery, or power. Yet none agreed, and as the final days drew near, Arthur despaired. Then one autumn eve, as he rode through a lonely forest, he saw beneath an oak a figure so strange he started back. A lady, twisted and old, her face scarred and her back bent like a bow. Her gown was red as blood, her hair matted with gray, and her eyes shone sharp as a hawk's. "Well met, good king," the lady said. "You look troubled." "Good dame, I am bound by a vow and near my doom. I must find the answer to a question no man can answer. Perhaps I can help, but will you grant me a reward, whatever I shall ask?" "By my faith I will, upon my honor as a king." She nodded and leaned in close, whispering words in his ear. Words that made the king's eyes widen with wonder. "Go now, my liege," she said. "Your riddle is answered, but remember your promise. I will come to your court to claim it." Arthur rode straight to the baron's keep and stood again before its gates. The giant knight laughed. "So, you have come to yield your crown, Arthur?" "Not so, for I have the answer to your question. The thing which women most desire is their own will." "It was my sister who told you this, curse her." The baron released the king, but Arthur's heart was heavy, for he knew what price must now be paid. "My nephew," Arthur said, "I have given my word. I must find a noble knight to wed the loathsome lady, for such was her demand." "My lord, if it will save your honor, I will wed her," Gawain said. "Nay, Gawain, she is too foul. Too hideous for any man." Better I than that you should break your word. Gawain said. Courtesy and faith are the measure of a knight, not beauty of a bride. And so the lady was brought to court, limping beside her horse, her laughter harsh as a crow's call. The knights whispered and mocked, but Gawain stood tall and silent. The wedding was held at dawn, without feast or song. The people pitied Gawain, for never had a fairer knight been so paired. That night, as they were alone, he sighed and turned from her. She watched him in silence for a while, then said softly, "Why do you sigh so deeply, my husband?" "Forgive me, lady," Gwain said, "for it is for three things: your age, your ugliness, and your low degree." Ew. "You are honest," she laughed, "and I shall be honest in return. Age brings wisdom, ugliness brings safety from envy, and gentility, my lord, lies not in birth, but in virtue." Gwain bowed his head in silence, and when he looked again, wonder filled him. For before him stood not the loathsome dame he had wed, but a maiden radiant and fair, her eyes bright as stars, her hair gold as harvest. Her name was Karen. Nope, sorry. She smiled and said, "I am freed, my lord, but half my curse remains. You must choose. Shall I be fair by day, that others may see, and foul by night, or fair by night and hideous by day?" Gwain thought long and then, Gwain thought long, then answered gently, "I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheet." No, I got distracted. "Lady, I give the choice to you. Whatever pleases you shall please me." And she laughed for joy. "Then you are twice my savior, for now the spell is broken whole. Because you have given me sovereignty, my own will, I shall be fair both by day and night." The next morning, all the court gathered, and there came Gwain with his bride, no longer loathly, but shining with grace and beauty. Arthur embraced them both, and the court marveled. The curse that bound the lady had also held her brother, the grim baron. Freed of it, he became a noble knight and swore fealty to the king. And so was fulfilled the lesson the old dame had spoken, that what women most desire is sovereignty, the freedom to choose their own way. Sir Gawain and his lady lived in honor and love all their days, and their courtesy became a light in Camelot, a pattern for all knights and ladies to follow. Thus ends the tale of Sir Gawain and the Loathly Lady, a story of courage, compassion, and respect, where true chivalry lies not in might, but in the grace to yield. And here's where we end for today. Young Tales is produced and narrated by Todd Young from ToddYoungONLINE. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and join us next time for another story. Thank you for your support.